When your cat drops something dead at your feet and stares at you, do you actually know what they're trying to tell you? Yes, it's alarming, maybe unsettling. Most people flinch, throw it away, and move on without a second thought. But behind that small, still thing on your floor, there's something deeper that almost every cat owner completely misses. It's one of the most deliberate, intimate things your cat can do for you. And if you respond the wrong way, which most owners do without ever realizing it, you may be sending your cat a message that quietly damages something between you. Let's start with what those gifts really mean. Have you ever watched your cat place something at your feet and then just look at you? Not proudly, not playfully, with a calm, steady gaze, like they're waiting for you to understand something important. Most people assume it's a gift, an offering, a gesture of love, the way a dog brings a ball to make you smile. Here's what's actually happening. Your cat doesn't see you as their owner. They see you as a member of their social group. And specifically, they see you as a member of their group who cannot hunt, and that concerns them. Cats in the wild don't bring prey to show off. They bring it to sustain and teach the members of their circle who need help. Mothers do it for their kittens. Bonded cats in colonies do it for companions they've decided belong to them. When your cat brings you something they caught, they aren't bragging. They are providing for you. Because at a deep instinctive level, they looked at you, the person who opens every door, fills every bowl, controls every comfort in that home, and still concluded, this one needs my help. Think about that for a second. Your cat assessed you and found you worth keeping alive, and then they acted on it. And by the way, if your cat has ever dropped something at your feet and then walked away completely unbothered by your reaction, don't dismiss that. We'll come back to what that specific behavior means later, and it changes the way you read the whole dynamic. Researchers who study feline behavior have a specific name for this, the teaching instinct. A study published in the journal Animal Behavior observed mother cats systematically moving through stages when introducing prey to their kittens. First, completely dead prey, then injured prey that still moved slightly, then live prey that required the kitten to act. The sequence was intentional. It was a graduated curriculum, not coincidence. Behavioral scientists have since observed that domestic cats apply this same framework to the humans they bond with. The prey they bring isn't random, it's calibrated. Some cats start with insects, some move to birds, some bring things that aren't prey at all, socks, toys, hair ties, and drop them in the same spot with the same deliberate energy. What the research shows is that this behavior is social in origin. It is rooted in the decision that someone belongs to you, that you are responsible for them. Your cat has an internal list of who matters, who they are willing to work for, who they would feed if the world asked it of them. You are on that list. That is not a small thing to be. Here's what most people don't notice about where their cat leaves these gifts. It's rarely scattered. It's almost always the same location. Your doorstep, the kitchen floor, the foot of your bed, the spot just inside the front door. Cats have scent glands in their paw pads, their cheeks, their chin. When they move through a space repeatedly, and especially when they carry something and set it down, they are depositing invisible markers. They are defining that space as significant, as secure, as theirs. The place where a cat leaves what they've caught is the place they consider the center of their world. And in your home, that center is where you are. Behavioral scientists describe this as home-based behavior, the instinct to consolidate everything precious within a protected zone. Your cat isn't just leaving you something, they are placing it in the heart of what they consider shared territory. They are saying, this is ours, you are ours, this is where we belong together. And hey, if this makes sense to you, hit like and subscribe. It helps us reach more cat lovers who actually want to understand what their cat is really saying. The behavior your cat is showing you didn't begin with domestication. It didn't begin with their species. It reaches back to one of the oldest mammalian survival strategies in existence, caring for the ones who cannot yet care for themselves. In wild felid populations, prey sharing between adults is rare. Cats are built to hunt alone. Sharing a kill means surrendering calories you need to survive. Every instinct in their biology resists it, and yet, Animal cognition researchers consider it one of the most striking examples of social adaptation in domestic animals. The cat took a behavior rooted in survival cost, one that carries a biological price, and redirected it towards a creature that is not a cat, speaks no language they recognize, and cannot reciprocate in kind. They did this because something in the thousands of years of living beside us rewired what family means to them. Your cat is carrying an instinct that was forged in the wild, shaped across generations, and ultimately, quietly, without ceremony, pointed at you. What makes this even more meaningful is that they didn't have to. Nothing in their biology required it. The adaptation happened because the bond became real enough to trigger something ancient. This is the part that matters most if you've ever felt unsure about your cat's attachment to you. Cats do not bring prey to strangers. They don't bring it to people they merely tolerate. They don't bring it to the house guest who tries to pet them, or even to other people who live under the same roof if those people haven't earned a particular place in the cat's inner circle. Studies on feline social bonding consistently show that cats reserve their most significant behaviors, slow blinking, belly exposure, grooming, and prey sharing for a very small number of individuals, sometimes only one. If your cat has ever brought you something, you are not simply a person they coexist with, you are a person they made a decision about. And here's what makes this even more powerful. Cats do not perform for approval the way other animals do. They don't bring you things hoping for a reaction. The behavior fires because the instinct fires, and the instinct only fires for the ones they've claimed. You were claimed. In their behavioral framework, that is as clear and deliberate as a declaration can be. Here's what most owners never realize, and this is the part that changes everything. Every time your cat brings you something and you scream, recoil, or push them away, you are sending a signal back. Remember when I said your cat is treating you like a member of their group who cannot hunt? This is what I was talking about. When a mother cat brings prey to her kittens and they scatter from it in fear, she reads that as information. She adjusts the lesson. She keeps trying. But if the consistent response is rejection, if every attempt to provide is met with distress, the behavior recalibrates. Not because the cat stops caring, but because the cat begins to revise what they understand about you. Your cat is not fragile. One reaction won't sever anything, but there is a pattern of response that either confirms or quietly erodes what they believe. And what they believe at their most instinctive level is this: you are worth feeding. You are worth the effort. You belong to the same world they do. Behavioral consultants consistently recommend the same response. Stay calm, acknowledge the gift without drama, and remove it gently later when your cat isn't watching. Not to perform gratitude, but to complete the exchange. To say, I received what you offered. I am still here. We are still whole. That is what they need to hear. Not a performance, not enthusiasm, just presence, just confirmation that the offering landed and that you are still there. That is enough. That has always been enough. For most cats, this behavior naturally slows with age or shifts as their environment changes. That is normal. But if your cat abruptly stops a behavior they've maintained for years, not just the gifts, but the rituals, the following, the small, consistent ways they've always shown you they're aware of you, pay attention. Sudden behavioral withdrawal in cats is one of the earliest signals of stress, pain, or a shift in how secure they feel. Cats don't ask for help in ways humans recognize. They go quiet. They pull inward. And because they're so good at hiding discomfort, the first sign is often the absence of something you'd stopped noticing. If the gifts stop, and the slow blink stop, and the room-to-room presence stop, that is not your cat becoming more independent. That is your cat disappearing. Watch for it. And if you see it, don't wait. A vet visit, a change in their environment, more quiet time with you. These things matter more than most owners realize, precisely because cats are so good at hiding that they need them. Don't ignore it. So, the next time your cat drops something at your feet and looks up at you with that calm, quiet expression, remember what is actually happening.
They looked at you, they assessed you, they decided you belonged to them and that you were worth taking care of, and then they went and did something about it. That's not a strange habit. That's not animal instinct misfiring into your kitchen. That is your cat acting from one of the oldest, most costly social drives in their biology and directing it at you, specifically, deliberately, repeatedly. That small, sometimes alarming thing at your feet was never just a dead mouse. It was your cat saying, in the only language they have for it, "You matter to me, and I will not let you go without." That's not gross. That's not random. That's devotion, and it was never small to them. It shouldn't be small to you either. Of everything in their world, every instinct, every drive, every ancient survival code still running quietly inside them, they pointed it at you, not by accident, not by habit, by choice,